In this video, I'll talk about K1 visa common mistakes and how to avoid those mistakes. Bijoux.ngwanda here, immigration lawyer in the DC metropolitan area. If you're new to my channel, come on, go ahead and subscribe. If you're not new, welcome back and thank you for subscribing. Please don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. And come on, just give me likes, okay? And please share this video. If it doesn't apply to you, just share it with somebody you might know. It might apply to them, or just share it in your community. Maybe somebody can benefit from those type of videos, okay? Let's just get right into it. Why is it that a lot of people, we have been seeing a lot of people being denied their K1 visa? I have come up with 4 common mistakes. This is just across the board, and a lot of people are missing it because maybe they don't know, or maybe they just in a rush to get their application in the system so that their fiance can get here. Come on, we are talking about Valentine's Day is coming around the corner, and people are just rushing. They want to have their fiance because it's going to be pretty much impossible for this Valentine, but for the next Valentine they want to have their fiance right here with them. So let's help those people, okay? And let's get you engaged. If you're still single, come on, let's get you engaged in the right way. Number 1, what we're seeing is that failure to establish a bona fide relationship. When you fail to establish a bona fide relationship, your application will be denied. And what is a bona fide relationship? Very simple. It just simply means that the relationship is legitimate relationship. And how do you prove this? You can prove it with 3 things, okay? You can prove it with photographs. Remember, when you meet somebody, some people meet people online, okay? Online dating is common. This is 21st century. Come on. It's not like I'm talking something that you've never heard before. People are meeting their future spouses or future, let's say, mother of their child online. Let's say you meet somebody online, and after exchanging couple correspondences with them, you feel the connection and you just want to fly there and you just want to meet them in person. And when you go there, please don't forget to document your journey. Your journey in that foreign land, don't forget to document it. You have to have photographs. If you have an engagement party, because some people, especially in my culture, marriage is so serious that every step has its own party, okay? We're talking about big party, people coming like there's no tomorrow, okay? So marriage has, in order to get to the marriage stage, every step on the way has its own celebration. And if, let's say, you're marrying somebody from a specific culture, you go to their country, you are in a foreign land because right now you're a US citizen, you want to marry somebody from a different country who's not a US citizen, and perhaps a different culture, okay? So you get there, don't forget to document your steps, your journey, photographs, the engagement party. If you're gonna have to make videos about it and share it with your friends on Instagram, Facebook, all your social media, okay? Just share it, document it, and this is going to really show the officer, USCIS officer, or at the consular, because you're doing consular processing based on K1 visa. It's going to show them that this relationship is legit. They actually had an engagement party. They have photographs. They've been seen together everywhere. It's all over the place on social media. Oh my gosh, this is a big win for you, okay? And photograph of the family, your future family-in-law as well. You have to take those photographs, and you have to like video and stuff like that. pretty much the entire journey, like you're going to see them when you're celebrating, the friends of your fiance, everybody has to be in the picture, okay? You really have to make it a journey, like a documentary, pretty much, because let's say you went there for 2 weeks. 2 weeks, it's a lot to capture all those beautiful moments, okay? Do it. And then the second thing you can show is the letters, those communication that you have been having with your now fiance, or at first it was just like trying to talk to them and trying to get to know them. All those communication back and forth messages that you have been sharing together, pretty much you need to have those. You need to have those printed out so that you can show those evidence. Another evidence is your tickets, the trip. Okay, remember you flew there because you want to meet the person in person and you want to celebrate the engagement party. So you have the trip, the ticket that you bought. Maybe when you went to the country, you went to a different place as well. The ticket, the trip ticket, like the flight, airline tickets, all the bill, receipt, if you were staying at a hotel, receipts and stuff like that, restaurants, everywhere that you go, document it. You have to be able to show all those documentation, okay? That's number one. That's how you actually establish a bona fide relationship, okay? We're talking about number two now. Number two, you have to be able to one of the cause, because this is number two, one of the cause is insufficient of funds. Pretty much your affidavit of support lack resources. So when you file, remember when you're filing this K1 visa, it's a package. You file the application with everything, with supporting documents, and you have to have an affidavit of support showing your financial condition. Okay, how this person, when they get here, how are you going to provide for them? And if you lack funds, if you lack like you don't have a stable job that you can prove your income coming in, like all your transaction in your bank account, that could be a problem, because remember the person is coming here, and if you're like living with a roommate, it just doesn't make sense. Like, how are you going to support somebody when you just renting a home with a roommate? Okay, so pretty much your funds are not sufficient. That when you fail to establish that, it could be one of the cause as well. So pretty much you need to be able to establish that you have sufficient funds, and you have that when your affidavit of support is really filled out in a way that is very convincing to the consular or to the USCIS officer, okay? Number three, criminal records. Some people get denied because their person who's petitioning for them, the principal basically has some felony. We're not talking about misdemeanors. We're talking about felony. What type of felony that are we talking about? We're talking about sexual assault. We're talking about child molestation. We're talking about human trafficking, especially those felonies that are related to sexual activities. Those are crimes that will prevent you as the petitioner to actually get your beneficiary visa approved, pretty much so. And if you really have serious crime, you might have to consult with an attorney so that they can cancel you on how to proceed, because it's really, chances are that you might get a denial based on just your own criminal record, and then it's going to penalize the other person who is your fiance, the beneficiary. Okay, so that's number three. Number four is contagious disease. That's especially not from you, the principal, that is on the part of the person that you're petitioning for as the beneficiary. If your beneficiary, your fiance, has some type of contagious diseases, they might have to cure it first. Let's say it's something that can be cured. They can have a medicine so that it can help them. If it's something that can be cured, they might have to look at it and just pretty much get some treatment. If it's something that is not curable but it can be contained, that's another alternative you can actually have to explain and really have a compelling argument for it. But if it's something contagious and it's curable, let them get the treatment first prior to you applying, because if you apply, it's going to get denied, and then you starting the treatment, and by the time you start the treatment, time is passing and the case gets complicated, and that's why we have a lot of delay and a lot of denial. Okay, so those are the main common mistake across the board, the things that we have seen. But one more thing I just want to add is that lack of credibility in general. If you're just somebody like, they just look at your record, DUI, look at your record, traffic lights here, traffic light there, living with roommates, it's just like somebody who has no credibility, no work history, no consistent work history. It's just like somebody who lacks credibility. It's going to be difficult for you to bring your fiance here, because that case is going to be denied. That visa is going to be denied. Okay, so look at those 4 things that I just talked about. Those are common across the board, and those are things that can be fixed, especially like, let's say with contagious disease, the person can get a treatment prior to applying. Let's say with insufficient funds, you, the petitioner, can get your financial situation situated, okay? So that prior to applying, especially with failure to establish a bona fide relationship, you can fix those things prior to applying. And it's better to fix it prior to applying so that you have a stronger case, and pretty much you start with a stronger case, very compelling. It's difficult for the officer to deny if you have a lot of evidence. And remember, now they even have a field officer, like they go to the neighborhood to ask questions. You know what I mean? It's so serious, this thing, that they have to hire officer that they call field officer. Then they go in the neighborhood, ask the landlord about your credibility in general. You know, just prepare yourself, establish yourself first. Just go with those tips first, and then once you have a stronger, better case, then present it, and then you will get your K1 visa approved, or you get it approved so that your beneficiary can get here. Okay, Bijoux.ngwanda here, immigration lawyer in the DC metropolitan area, and this is US Immigration. Bye-bye.